inflation report shows inflation at its highest level in 3 years.
Consumers are literally running out of money.
Hoping this inflation story doesn't get too much worse.
You're a stupid person, and you happen to be double the size of it, you dumb person.
And cue the fire. Inflation just hit a 3-year high this morning. And 3%, you guys know this is the cleaned up version. This is normally what you want to do is either put a 1 before the 3 or a 0. Or you could just basically add both of them. And when asked, and I don't mean to give this guy a hard time, but it's like, really? Quote, I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I only think of my own. No, he did not say that. But he posts this stuff. Oh, geez, really? Come on. God bless Donald Trump. And Jeffrey, don't forget about Jeffrey. Even there was a congresswoman who was interviewed. They're like, did you hear what Donald Trump said? He said this. And she's like, did he really? DJT, the people are hurting. And they don't believe this, this is real inflation. And this is CPI inflation. It's not true. And this would be a marriage made in heaven. I mean, if you swung the bat the other way. Saying. If I had to guess what you guys look like every day, like this is you after work, right? And then you flip me on and you're like, he said what? Like, I'm just so cooked. I can't do this anymore. Prices are through the roof on everything. It's going to cost you $100 for a Big Mac. Mark my words. It'll probably cost you $100 to drive there. We wonder why our kids, they don't want to be president. You want to be? No, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a TikToker. I don't ever want to get married. Look at this. This is so bad for society, for the world. Americans married by 30. 1975, 91%. But all jokes aside, marriage is probably one of the greatest things on the planet of Mars. But look at this. We're supposed to like model for our children. We're not going to have, no one's going to have kids. 1985, 77% married. 50, 37, 25. Dudes have figured this one out. 16%. Y'all ain't doing it. You do know that you need to populate, otherwise we all die. And if you're like, well, they could still have kids, that always works out really well. Start off with that strong foundation. No commitment. 1 foot out of the door, 1 foot in the door. But let's listen in to the president on not caring for us.
The promise to bring inflation down is now at its highest level in 3 years. Are your policies not working? What's happening?
Policies are working incredibly. If you go back to just before the war, for the last 3 months, inflation was at 1.7%. Now, we had a choice. Let these lunatics have a nuclear weapon. If you want to do that, then you're a stupid person, and you happen to be. I mean, I know you very well. Anybody that wants them to have a nuclear weapon is a stupid person. So we said we're going to take the greatest stock market in history, and we're going to go down a little bit, and actually that turned out to be incorrect because our stock market is now at the highest point in history, which frankly surprised a lot of people. It's a very simple message. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, and they won't have a nuclear weapon, and that's 100%. Their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, their anti-aircraft is gone, their radar is gone, their leaders are gone. They're all gone. Iran will not have a nuclear weapon.
And I love this guy. He is absolutely not boring. And then he posts, bye-bye fast boats. I just can't. Lasers, bing, bing, gone. He's calling people stupid. I love this stuff. Back to trading it, and can you believe it? Just think about this for 5 seconds. Why the oil crisis could become a full-blown catastrophe, which it already is, within the next 30 days. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average goes up. One more for you, and I have a challenge. If you laugh out loud, you owe me a subscribe. Already subscribed the like. And for context, he's being interviewed by Caitlyn, which no one likes. Let's see if Caitlyn can trigger the orange guy. Context, he's talking about the new ballroom that's going in next to the White House.
We have a ballroom that's under budget. It's going up right here. I've doubled the size of it because we obviously need that. And we're right now on budget, under budget, and ahead of schedule. I doubled the size of it, you dumb person. It's double the size. You are not a smart person.
No matter how many times I tried to hold it in, I almost spit something out. And I know there is people that are like, well, what do I get if I... $100,000. Those of you guys that are in my course, or actually even out of my course, you've been bugging me for a competition. There it is. We're all pitching in. We're like, how about 50,000? Oh, let's do 100,000. Split between 30 finishers. Now hear this. I bet you there's not even 30 that sign up. Do the math, and you could be horrible at this and probably still qualify. Like back in the day when my kids would get participation trophies. This is gonna start in a few days. I'm gonna add it to the course because I'm going into this. It's part of the glitch, which is so easy. So please take this before price goes up. I'm currently filming, that's why it's low. And be like my student who's currently going through, we're going through to 12, that's today, right? How much do you walk away with? $2,080 a day. There is someone out there that cares about your financial situation. Me. Like maybe $100,000 will help. When I come here every day, I'm like, hey guys, on silver, put in a buy. One up there, 102. Someone's like, oh, it's going a lot higher than that. Nice try. I'm just giving you the price move, John. I even come here every day. This is the NASDAQ. And I try to teach you what's in the course, but there's like gonna be 100 videos. And I'm never giving away the one glitch. I think you guys know how to swing trade this already. Student and I actually scalped that. Green, long. It's like, okay, we good. And then that red one, right? Institution, we going down. And then you could play the whack-a-mole all day long on the 20 and 200. It's in the course. I even called it whack-a-mole. And here I will show you. I'm scroll, whack-a-mole. 2 minutes. There, look. I step by step, even use detailed imagery. Look at that, the yellow trampoline and how candles like to bounce on it. I show you the red trampoline and how they bounce on it. Even turn on my nifty indicators, purple, bounces, purple, comes down, purple, bam. I wonder if it's gonna do it again. It does. Oh, it does it again and again and again. You could have made truckloads. Look at this, once it broke the 20, right here, it never goes above, never closes above the 20. What is that? 417.50? Once you get above it, you can swing trade it all the way up. Yeah, that's still green. Yeah, you're still hanging on. Oh, I mean, it's close. I'm saying you want to take some profit there, but let's do the math. $8,350 that your account goes this way, come in here, and then you're like, okay, we're going the other way. $8,350 that way. That's if you're using E-mini futures, that button. I like to use this button, okay, E-mini. This one I'm showing you is the micro. That way you don't lose so much. You don't gain so much. I don't know, $800, whatever. You're like, I'm good. You want to know what happened in the market today? This is what happened. I don't care about this. We already know his take on sympathy. He don't care either, and that's okay. But this is not good for people. Quote, we don't have to rush anything. We have a blockade that will allow them with no money. Great. The whole world is like, can we please just put it back to the way it was? We won the war. You've said 30 years. Their nuke program, gone. They are 30 years. They're not going to be able to do anything. Great. Okay, let's come home. Australia, doomsday scenario, sees oil hit 200. You have both sides. Iran, they're like, oh, we're so scared. I think Iran is probably digging this. Like, oh, I can't get through. They don't care. People called them a third world country before this even started. So what? Started from the bottom, now we're here? I do not understand. Well, I mean, they're lying to you. I've said that. The inflation, it's 2%. Actually under it, we're at 1%. We're -%. You tried to buy things like beef when it was down close to 1, and now it's up there at 7. I guess that's 1%. Oh, and the new Fed chair, he will not lower rates. Nope, that's what Trump said. He's coming in, we're gonna take rates to 0. He can't. He follows the bond market. I mean, he can. It's not going to change. 10-year is ripping everyone's faces off. I mean, which is fine if you have money sitting there. I mean, I do. It just sits there. Different asset classes. Some go up 5% a year. Other ones, a lot. Look at this. Deflation. Gas, 28%. Feels like a lot more, doesn't it? Overall energy, 18%. Fuel, oil, 54%. Airfare, 20%. Nope. It's 2. So to better understand inflation, I actually did a video on my other channel. I'll probably do one a week. I don't chase squirrels. I basically duct tape myself. Mature, I do not teach anyone how to trade their way out of it, because then they're like, oh, he's selling something. This is for my father-in-law, Ron. Hey, Ron, because he couldn't find the channel. He actually ended up clicking this to subscribe and then had to resubscribe. Wanted to find my new channel. Ron, at the end of this video, it's down here. See that little box? Click on it. It's in the Bay Area. And we all know people in the Bay Area sometimes need a little bit of help. Also, you want to know why? Why is it going down? Actually, it kind of didn't. If that, maybe NASDAQ. I mean, it's going to. Especially if Michael Burry predicts it. Breaking news. Michael Burry says we are minutes away from the big crash. It's a big crash somewhere. I think Michael's predicted 50 of the last 2 recessions, like spot on. I'm like 150. I just gave up. I'm like, they're lying to you. You're in a recession. 100% of the population could be homeless and on the street. And they're like, well, we got to reclassify this. If you're thinking about buying a new home or refinancing, do not tell anyone, wait for the next Fed chair because they're taking it to 0. He can't. This, again, the charts predict the news. I knew everything that was going to happen because the chart said so. This is your yield. This is the bond market. The bond market controls everything. This is a continuation. You can't see it, but now you can. See down here? See? That is a continuation. You have a higher probability that it will continue higher. You are at 4.45. That's 5%. You break out of this, it goes to 5.2. I have tens of millions of dollars in loans in about a year and a half. So I would like this to come down. It is what it is. And what the rich do is when you rent from them, and oh my gosh, me as a rich guy own all of these properties. And this new vote in, property tax go up, we pass it on. Interest rates go up, we pass it on. Tariffs, we pass it on. I really think if I'm selling a J Bravo doll for $10 and now it's costing me 15, oh, guess I'm just gonna have to eat it. No. While the world burns and turns and ends and the reserves are gone and we pass it on. That is why on this channel, every single day I say, own businesses, understand debt, use the bank's money, use leverage. In my new course, I go all into leverage just for you. Talking about this kind of debt, you guys, the normie debt, not credit card debt, 1.25 trillion. Oh, did we dip a little bit? As we still maintain a K-shaped pattern, which will be forever. It is the 1% take all. I'm trying to get you there. No, right now you're basically doggy paddling, just trying to, I need to get another job. Maybe I should Uber as everything, gas, rent. This should all be coming down. So confused. Maybe you can vote your way out of this. Maybe we'll print our way out of this. And if you would like another visual, like we'll take this 3rd grade level so you can understand inflation. $100,000 in just, remember? Mask up. Like just yesterday, you need to be, your paycheck needs to be 30% more. Are you guys 30% above? Because now your purchasing power has the same buying power. You need to be doing $130,000 a year just from a few years ago. And this will continue. Are you making 30,000? If you were making 100, are you making 130? If so, you're break even. If you're not, you're going backwards. This is using government data or data, which you know is a lie. That is why it is called CP lie. It would be 40%. That would be 140,000. Wow, that's a new way of looking at it. I could give you another way of looking at it. Imagine if these are 4 quarters in my hand. They're not. I actually just bought some for $75. 4 quarters equals, do I even have a dollar? Sorry. Lowest I have is a 10. $1. $1. $75. 4 quarters. back in the day because they were silver. Make sure you guys are also saving in money, not Donald Trump paper. And I promise you could trade your way out of this. Do this. And also, this is thanks to you. You're welcome and thank you. And with that, Ron, I think you click over here, Ron, this button right here. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.